Okay, hi guys. This is the first time I've been live in like what's it, like a year now. Today I'm gonna play some Dwarf Fortress. It does say I have like 70 hours in the game, but that's somewhat misleading, I think. Well, it's true, but like I'm not that good at the game. We're all gonna be learning. Actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go into this fortress I'm currently in. This is the most like not productive fortress I've created, but the only one I've like done that's past like 30 dwarves, and no one's really died yet, which is also pretty cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna abandon this fortress and then just start a new one or retire. Yeah. I hope I'm audible, or the game audio isn't too loud. Let me just change that. Or maybe the music. Yeah, that should be okay. Yeah, start a game in an existing world. So this, you know what? I'm just gonna delete this one. You can just start fresh. I don't really have any attachment to that world, not really. I just want to see if the stream is up. Yeah, it looks like it's up. I hope the audio is okay. You can just let me know. It should be fine. I did do a test stream like a bit before this. I hope it's fine. Otherwise, I'm just gonna like use the recording, because the recording seems to be fine. Also, this is the first time I'm using like a green screen. It was not hard to set up, but I unfortunately only watched the video after I got the screen. So apparently you need to like have a bunch of lights hitting it, otherwise it makes this weird like effect. I'll change that when I can, or when I feel like it. I think for now that's fine. Okay, create a new world. So okay, I think 100 years should be fine. I don't think I'm going to change much over here. World size medium. The reason I like the medium is because large takes just too long to generate, especially when you go to like 200 or 500 years. I did try a 5-year playthrough and I didn't see much change, but I think 100. I think the standard template is fine, so I'm just going to say create world. Some people like changing the the resources. Can be wrong, but I think it's the resources. They like changing that to low. Me personally, I don't really have an issue with that. I think they say it makes it a little bit more fun or random, I guess. I should have paused. I saw something about a cave dragon. What should we call the fort? So, like I said, I'm not too good at the game. Like, I don't even know how to rename a fort yet. It should be pretty easy. I also don't really know how to embark. I've only played like the tutorials, but I think we can all learn this together. We'll see. Okay, for people who haven't played the game yet, there are 3 modes in Dwarf Fortress. Legends is just like a reading of all the history of the world. That's pretty fun to do for some. I'm not a huge fan. Sometimes it's interesting, like sometimes you'll see like a necromancer like summoned a bunch of like units to destroy like a town or something. So sometimes it's kind of funny. Adventure, like instead of fortress, which is the basic way to play the game, it's essentially like it's kind of like RimWorld is based on this, like Minecraft and RimWorld, or they all games like that. They draw inspiration from this. Hey Sean, crisp, nice. That's good to hear. RimWorld and like a bunch of other games, they draw inspiration from Dwarf Fortress. So essentially, you have like this map with these tiles, these tiles, I suppose, and you create a fortress. You let the dwarves like run wild. Now, adventure mode is like instead of controlling the entire fortress and the layout and building stuff, you control one dwarf, and it's like an RPG, which is very fun. I only tried it like once. The controls are a little bit hard to get used to, for me anyway. So for this, I'm just going to choose fortress mode. Okay, I'm going to be brave and choose skip tutorial. Yay. Okay, let's see what this world has to offer us. This is actually a pretty cool map. Normally there are way more mountains in the worlds that I generate. So I want somewhere with an aquifer. Or a light aquifer anyway. So this has no trees. So I'd like to do something. So find embark location. So what I want is savagery. Sorry guys, wilderness is fine. Elevation, I don't really care. Temperate, I just like, of temperature, I just like that to be medium. Rain, I can just have, I don't really care about rain. Drainage, don't care. Flux layer, yes. Light aquifer, yes. Heavy aquifer, no. A river, do I want a river? Yes. Soil, some soil is fine, some, yes, there should be clay. Sand, I don't really care. Well, let's say yes, that's cool. Iron, yes, definitely. Gold, yes, I want gold. Silver, yes, I want silver. Copper, nickel. It's very unlikely that I'll get this, but let's just see. Begin the search. Normally I like to settle like more or less in the middle of the map, but if there isn't something like that, I guess I'll try the coasts. I don't really want to settle near the human territories, to be honest. Although not near the human territories, but like I don't want to settle somewhere where there are like a bunch of villages around me. I like to be like kind of on my own. I think I'll settle over here. I think this is where I'll settle. Let's see if there's something else. I doubt that I'll find anything better, but like for now, this region over here, that's what I'll do. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. Yeah. Confirm. Okay, let's prepare for our journey. What do I want? Okay, so I want someone that's a very good miner. What should they also be good at? No, actually, I don't really want to return to the screen. They wait to return. No. Okay, I guess I'll do this. I haven't really dabbled with this before. I don't really know what's the like most efficient thing to do. I think having 2 miners would be cool. I'll set those skills later. Having a good woodcutter would be nice. What else? A mason. There's always a good mason. Fisher dwarf is also nice to have. Okay, so wood crafter and a stone. This person, no, these should be two different people. So wood crafter and a stone carver, crafter, stone cutter. I'll do that as well. Because these two people are gonna craft. What would be cool as well? Wood burner, no. Do I want this person to be a woodcutter as well? No, I think I'll have the woodcutter also like do a little bit of mining. Let's see if we can get something else over here. The fisher dwarf can also be like some sort of like cook. So the idea is to have like a miner, like, or maybe like 3 miners, but one of them like dabble in woodcutting or something. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Because like, it doesn't really matter too much to me anyway, because in the beginning all the dwarves are kind of not useless, but like, yeah, not awesome, I suppose. Woodcraft. What's this guy gonna be? I already have a mason, a carpenter. Ah, it's been staring me in the face. Fisher dwarf. This guy can be a cook, or no, planter. So how about a planter and then, yeah, it's fine. Mason and gem cutter. The reason I like gem cutter is in the beginning of the game, I normally like to like go full in on gems, at least early game. Cook. What can this guy also do? What do I need in the beginning? I don't think it matters too much. Let's just do... Do I go for something like negotiator to like talk down prices? Would that be cool? I don't think that's necessary. No, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna do... two levels in planting, 2 in butcher and 1 in brewing. This guy can do... This is actually really difficult. I actually don't recommend doing what I'm doing right now, at least for beginners. I don't really know what I'm doing. Let's just go carpenter. And we have 2 carpenters. In the beginning, stuff that I actually really like to do, I like to get more plump helmets spawn, at least 10. It just like helps a little bit in the beginning. What else do I need? Okay, let's do animals. Something I like to do in the beginning. Do I want dogs? I'm just gonna get 2 normal dogs. We can train them to be something else a little later. 1 male, 1 female. What else? Do I want pigs? Ah, 1. Let's do 2 roosters, 2 hens. Let's just get eggs from that. I'm not too sure how the egg thing works yet. I think you like put some sort of nest box in the pasture, something like that. Do I need something else? Something for milk, perhaps? Like in my experience, the dogs breed really fast. In the previous fortress, I had like 50 dogs, and I just kept slaughtering them or gelding them to like stop having children. But that was like my main source of meat. Leather. I'll do a little bit of raccoon leather, maybe. quite steep for... Okay, I'll start with an extra anvil, more plump helmets. What do I need? So as I can make instruments, I can make drinks. Nah, cheese, no. Meat, no. Fish, no. Plants. I'll plant them, that's fine. Garden vegetables, I don't care about. Stone, I don't care about. Cages? Do I go in for like a few cages? Why not? Let's do 2 nickel cages. Or just one. One's fine. Bags. I guess I'll do a few raccoon bags. 2 to 4. Rope I can make. Barrels I can make. Quivers. Backpacks. I'm not sure how to make backpacks. I'll just take 4 of those. I think you do it with leather, but I haven't done it yet. Miscellaneous charcoal. Splints I can make, crutches I can make, eggs I can use with the hen and the rooster, I think. You know what I should have done? Instead of these 2 bags, the leather ones, I can do... Yeah, that's cheaper, right? Oh, these aren't bags. I'm stupid, sorry. It's the same thing. I'll just do a few of those. What else can I get? Okay, I'm just gonna get something like stupid. Let's see. Animals. I have like 100 to spend. Let's get 2 pigs if that's possible. Should be fine. 1 female, 1 male. 17 left. What can I get? Let's get 2 hens. And then... What else? What else? What else? Two bunnies, maybe? 1 male, 1 female. Yeah, sure. Okay, fortress name. Let's see. What fortress name could work? Okay, so this is going to be a very out there suggestion for the fortress. I saw, I think it was on Reddit, that someone accidentally captured some sort of dragon. So what they did was there was this cage trap, and a dragon walked over it and got trapped, I think. Like I said, I haven't played this game too much. 70 hours is a lot, but I keep dying or starting over. Let's see if we can do something like that, have a group of dragon trainers. So Momgoz. So dragon. Dragon riders of... What could be cool? Any suggestions, chat? I'm just kidding. Let's just see. Dragon riders of... Let's see. I'm just gonna say the dragon riders. Oh no, so this is the settlement name, right? How about just Dragon Spire? I know it's a stupid name kind of, because Spire. Mount Spires. No. Okay, let's do Tower of Dragons or something like. Yeah, Tower of Dragons. Tower of Dragons. Uldim Mamgoz. Uldim Mamgoz. I quite like that. Is that the fortress name? That's the fortress name. The group name, what can the group name be? Is this something like... It's just dragon scales. Group symbol. Okay, so let's do the symbol something like a dragon. What can be the shape? Oof, what I do? Remove element, the gem. Let's do tower. No. No. Is the building? How about an image of a dragon and a blazing sun, and the action would be I want it to be like the dragon eating or consuming the sun. Let's say let's just go through it. Devouring. So the dragon is devouring the sun. So yeah, an image of a dragon and the blazing sun. The dragon is devouring the blazing sun. I quite like that. Say done. So that's the symbol. Yeah, we have the dragon scales, a group of 7 dwarves traveling to Uldim Mamgoz, the Tower of Dragons. They carry with them a banner. It's an image of a dragon and the blazing sun. The dragon is devouring the blazing sun. That's quite menacing, I think. I'm just going to save this profile. I think I'll actually use this in the future. What did we say? Is it dragon scales? I think it was that. Yeah, it should be fine. Okay, let us embark. Yes, I'm ready. I don't care about that extra point. That's fine. Let's go. Okay, a dwarven outpost. You have arrived. After a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness beyond, your harsh trek has finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all of Zonrash. There are almost no supplies left, but with stout labor comes sustenance. Whether by bolt, plow, or hook, provide for your dwarves. You are expecting a supply caravan just before winter entombs you, but it is spring now. Enough time to delve, secure lodging, blah 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 blah. Okay. A new chapter of Dwarven history begins here, at the place Uldim Mamgoz, the Tower of Dragons. Strike the earth. Okay, cool. Okay, let's just zoom out a bit. What do we want to do? Okay, I normally like making the main entrance way in the middle. Like in the middle of the map. So when I dig down, I'm always like, the main entrance hall is like in the middle. I see we have a river down there. That's good to know. That makes even more sense to like keep it in the middle and not like build somewhere here. Now this could be cool because I see there's some sand over here, so we could do some mining. We have clay, but then again we also have white sand over here. And I'm not really sure what this is. Blowlight cave, loam, or something like that. I think that's how you pronounce it. I could be wrong. Okay. I'm gonna do that actually. I'm gonna go one down. Let's do this. I like having my entrances quite long. So, or like wide. So let's do a three wide. See, that makes it kind of awkward because I like my staircases to be like 2. So let's do something like this. Make it 4 long. Then we do... Before digging down, let's just get the basic setup. Yeah. So what I want to do... We are a bunch of dwarves. The first thing I always like to do, I like to set up a pasture. So let's do this. This area should be okay. Let's add our animals. I don't think these need to be in the pasture, but I'd like to like set up some sorts of nesting box or whatever so they can lay their eggs. The pigs, I'm not really sure what you do with pigs. I guess you breed the pigs and then just slaughter them when they get like out of hand. But now that's okay. What else? That's okay. Let's head to this menu over here. I like to normally do this. We go to tasks or labor, sorry. Yeah, all 3 of those are set to mining. That's cool. Standing orders, I like to go to chores. So for chores, for those who don't know, most of you do, if you're watching this video or this stream, I think, children are allowed to do chores. They can't do all the labor like all the other dwarves, but they are allowed to like clean the fortress if you want to. You don't need to like allow them to do that. However, sometimes children grow up to be like murderers or like go crazy. So to prevent this, what people normally do, they turn off hauling stone, wood, and water. That's just so they don't really go to the outside of the fortress, because on the outside there are dangers and like people like corpses laying around sometimes, which is not fun. For that same reason, we're going to turn off burials. We don't want them seeing any corpses, because that will just mess them up, and those will be pretty unproductive dwarves in my opinion. We'll do the same for refuse hauling. What else can we do? I guess we could do animal handling as well, but I'm just going to keep that on. I don't really care that much. We're going to go to kitchen and we're going to turn this off. We don't want plump helmets to be made into food. The reason for this, plump helmets are going to be used to mainly or like only brew drink. If dwarves want to eat them, that's fine, but they brew them into drinks. The reason for that, if you cook it into food, you lose the seeds and your farm will eventually run out if you're not careful. What else? Okay, so nobles and administrators. What I normally like to do, I like to set the expedition leader to do this. We'll set him as a manager, we'll set him as a broker. He doesn't really have any skills currently, but I like to set him up to do all those things. And a bookkeeper. Those 4 are normally set for the expedition leader. What else? Nothing. Oh yeah, that should be all. Okay. I'm gonna let them cut down some trees. So you have to be careful. Sometimes trees do fall in the opposite direction, but sometimes if you have more than one dwarf, then sometimes trees fall on the dwarves and kill them. That's pretty annoying, especially in the beginning when you only have like 7 dwarves. Normally when that happens, I just like shut down the entire, or like start a new one. Would not find path. That's fine. Okay, what do we do? Let's do a 9x9. Plump helmets, and let's hope there's not really stone over here. Another 9x9 for the pigtails. We'll do something like this. Something like this. Now, what do we want? We want a farmer, a kitchen, 3, 4, 5, 6. So enough space for 6 workstations. So I normally like leaving spaces in between. You don't need to, you can just let them all like go in next to each other. That's just me, I don't like doing that. So for that reason I'm going to start one lower than that. Let's go over here. 3, 4, 5, 6. So this does take a bit more time, but I like the look of it. Could have actually moved them closer together, but that's fine. Okay, next thing we need to do, we need to set up a stockpile. Now, I usually make stockpiles like in the beginning. Okay, sorry. Let me just get my thoughts straight. When setting up a new fortress, I like using the first layer of the fort to do all the basic necessities for the dwarves. Like a dormitory for all of them to sleep. They don't really get their own bedrooms until later in the game. Or at least that's what I like to do. Let's just do this. Set this as priority. Set this as priority. We'll set this next, then this, then this. Okay, we have a bit of wood. Okay, after food, we need some sort of way to produce goods. So we can make this hallway a bit shorter. We can do this. We need a carpenter. We need a stone crafter. A normal like craftsman for like mugs and stuff. Mechanics, and what's the other one? Am I missing one? Oh, jeweler. Cool. We'll do this. Now, let's set up some sort of basic storage. I'd like making like one big room, at least for the beginning, and then we'll go from there. Let's do this, and I don't want this to be next. Let's do this last. So I want the storage first, so I can like get everything off the carriage. So there are people doing nothing. What are they doing? No jobs. So let's get some more wood to cut. And the carver and the carpenter aren't really doing anything. Do that. That's fine. It doesn't really need to do that now. Let's get a farm plot set up. When they get food going, then we can get brewing going, and the dwarves will be a whole lot happier. We have a little turtle in there. I think he's actually trapped. Oh no, never mind. I thought that was some sort of like underwater lake. Cool, okay. So it's spring now, and for all first-time fortresses, or like early fortresses, I like just letting plant helmets go year-round. That's cool. And for the next one, I'll do kind of the same thing, but instead of plump helmets, I'll do pigtails for some... I think they make cloth. I saw a video of them like being used for cloth. Let's see what we can do while they're doing that. What zones can we set up? I'd like to set up an office, but like I'd need production going before that. Okay, for the time being, let's just set these guys to do mining as well. Especially if they're not doing anything. This is this person. Did that now take away the wood cutting? Strange. I actually thought they can do more than, like, be set to more than one thing. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. That's fine. Okay. For this first one, what can we do? Oh yeah, so this isn't just a hallway, I remember. Okay. So... Oof, I don't actually want to use wood. Do I go down for stone? No, then I just make like one long hallway. Let's get a still going. Did I do this wrong? Darn it. It's fine. Get the still over there. Get the farmer. Kitchen. Oh, I did do that wrong. Ah, damn. Farmer, a kitchen, and what else? What else? What else? Fishery, tanner, butcher. Actually, I'll just do the butcher. I don't need the tanner and the fisher now. Yeah, that should be fine for now at least. In the beginning, I don't really do all that much to like start off with, so some of these won't even be used for quite a while. So that's one of the cool things about what I did in the beginning. I had a whole lot of like plum helmet spawn. This just gets the farm going a bit earlier. Not that you need to, because they don't use that much alcohol in the beginning. Because you only ask like 7 dwarves. So they aren't too happy. I guess they want like somewhere to sleep. Oh yeah, we need a woodcutter for some barrels for them to store that. Okay, so let's do this. So this one I'm gonna use to store drinks made from plants. In this one I want to store all seeds. And then I also want to say don't use any barrels. Don't use any barrels. They can use those sacks for that. Did I now? Yeah. Okay. What else can we do? You know what? Let's set up... Yeah, let's do something like this. Store wood in there. And this one can be used for everything except corpses or refuse. I don't want wood in there. I don't want any drinks in there, and I don't want any seeds in there. Actually, you know what I can do? Let's do... Am I going to need to delete that? Okay, I'll delete that. Cool. Do the same thing. Don't want wood. Actually, don't want stone as well. I don't want drink. Actually, no food. I don't want any food in there. And then in this one, I'll only store food. All food except plant drinks and seeds. Cool. Oh, really? Well, then you should play Dwarf Fortress, man. It's really fun. It's not for everyone. It's quite hard to get into, to be honest. When I try to build a well, I don't know how to do it, so I just watch. I think the guy's name is Blind. Blind? Let's see. What's the guy's name? Yeah, the guy's name is Blind. I really recommend you go check out his channel. Super informative and very, very entertaining. I love his videos. I actually want them to finish this first. I want them to have a high priority for the mining. I want to set up the carpentry and stuff because that really gets the game going. I can start like making barrels and stuff. They can start producing some alcohol. Really get them fed. What's this? Oh, watermelon vine. Okay, cool. First thing I'll do, I'll set up a... Like, I can't remember how I set this up. I'm not going to leave any spaces. So I'll set up a carpenter over there. I'll set up a crafter. Then I'll set up a stone cutter. Stone worker. What else? Mechanics. Jeweler, very important. Oh yeah, so I did leave spaces in between, but that's fine. Just leaves more space for me to add stuff. Screw press, I don't need that. I don't need this. What farming plots? It was a fisher and the tanner, I believe. Yeah, well, I have just no space. Fisher and the tanner. Okay, cool. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna see if I can get to that aquifer. Do I go up? No. So I'm gonna do something like this. Then I'll do this. Go one down. So the thing about the aquifer, it's a little hard to get through, especially if you're someone like me just getting into the game. It's a bit annoying to work through, but it's really helpful if you want to get water like permanently, like an infinite source of water. It takes a bit of time to set up, but it's well worth it, I think. Just do this. I should probably actually have waited to see if I can get like further down before I started the mine. But that's fine. Sometimes I get really unlucky and like on the second, or is it the second? Yeah, the second level I dig down, there's always an aquifer that makes it really like annoying to start off. We already hit like some sort of rock, so that's cool. So I'm not going to do anything on the second layer. Maybe I'll set up a farm over here in the future, like some sort of larger farm. But that's for the future. White sand. So I'm going to go down another level. I don't really want any sand in the way. That's just a little... To me that looks ugly. But there is a good chance we'll hit the aquifer soon. Okay. So to start off with, let's make 7 beds. What else? Let's make 2 barrels. Let's make 3 barrels. Alright, what else can we make? Let's make doors. Let's make 2 doors. Sand again. Oh, sand is so annoying. It looks ugly to me. Oh, by the way, for those that don't know, the top layer is sand, the one I'm building on right now. Now, sand is very poor quality. Also, I'm not using fertilizer. So, these are not super efficient farms. To get really, really efficient, you'll need to go down to the cavern layers, which I have not done. Well, I have done it once, but I died soon after. Something I recommend for more experienced players, I guess. You know what I can do? I can start making some mugs. Rock mugs. Yeah, just one. Oh. One. Rock mug, rock mug. Do we do 5? And 5. Now, mugs are used in taverns for the dwarves to drink out of. There are turtles in here, that's cool. Oh, did I kill these? I thought they just walked in here. That's kind of sad. Okay, let's butcher an animal. Do I have carcasses now? Kitchen, prepare easy meal. We can't do that yet. Farmer. Process plants. Nope. Still, do we have empty barrels yet? I don't think so. We have now. So let's get brewing from plants. What do I not have? Requires empty food storage. Do I not have any food storage? That's weird. Let's try now. Maybe they just haven't like taken it there. Damn. Always something to figure out. Go down another 3 layers. Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay. So for spring, let's do dimple cups. Then in summer we'll do pigtails, and autumn we'll do pigtails. Winter we'll do dimple cups again. Okay, we actually really need to get going on like finding some sort of ore. Oh, we also have like 2 doors now, so let's do this. We'll do rock salt and then place the 2 doors. The 2 rock salt doors. So while there's not really much to do, let's just do this. Just take away all these ramps. Can we process now? No. So what's the issue, do you think? Is it that I don't have any... No, I have plump helmets. You know what? I'm just gonna build a throne. A throne is just a stone chair. Throne. I want that now. You know what? Let's set up a basic meeting area just so everyone gets away from the carriage. What was this? Yeah, this was a meeting area. So most of the stuff is already outside of the carriage. That's good to know. Okay, I think we're deep enough to start like building stuff. Okay, what do we want? Let's make a dormitory. Do this. How large do I want it? Ideally to fit like 12 dwarves. At least, anyway. We'll do that. Do this. So that will be the dormitory. Next, I'd like to add a place for them to drink. So normally I make them too small in the beginning, so I'm just going to make it a bit larger. This is going to be the tavern. Now for the tavern, I'm also going to add a dining hall. The dining hall will not be part of the tavern. Just do this. The only issue I have with this is now it's quite far away from the farm. So normally what I do is I try to find some place in the fortress where the top or bottom layer is some sort of like cave floor or like sand or something I can farm on. And then the layer above or below, I'll add the tavern. Then I'll make like a separate stairwell connecting those. So it's easy like to move the drinks between them. Now did I not say barrels? Oh damn. Is this the seeds? Shit, I don't like that. Let's say 0 barrels. Maybe I set that to the wrong thing. Was it this? Maybe I just didn't say done. Yeah, I don't really want to say have these in barrels. I'd like them in bags, if possible. Also, why is there stone in here? Did I not say? Oh, no stone. Mistake on my part. Oh yeah, I probably have that chair now, that throne. Can't find it now though. Maybe I'm just missing it. I'll build it anyway. Let's do... So for offices, the only thing you really need is a chair. So I'm gonna move it eventually, but I'm gonna place the rock chair over there. Oh, there it is. Okay. Gonna set up an office. I'm gonna set the office right here. Just the 1 square office. I'm going to assign the expedition leader. Now, what I basically just did was, when you go to the nobles tab, you'll see the expedition leader is also the manager, the broker, and the bookkeeper. Now, like the bookkeeper, as I understand it, you see these approximate numbers up top, right? Like, he thinks he has 90, they think they have 40 food, they think they have 20 seeds. Now, to get a number like this, where they know for a fact they have 10 meat, the broker, I think it's the broker, no, it's a bookkeeper, would need to go sit in this chair and like actually do the books, like actually do the calculations for themselves. So I'm gonna go to labor, I'm gonna remove the expedition leader from miner, which kind of sucks because they are a professional miner. But I want them to do that. This will also allow, you see their accounting. This will also allow us to start issuing work orders. Okay, so we should be fine. Okay, now let's start a work order on this still. So I want to brew drinks made from plants. And I want to keep doing this until we have at least 40. That might be a bit much, but let's say 40. So essentially all this means is if there are less than 40 drinks, I want you to make 10. If that should make sense. Okay, let's go down. Let's see if they finish digging. Not. Okay, let's set this to 1. Highest priority. So what I did in the last playthrough, I'm not sure what it costs, but just mine these trees as well. I'm gonna mine a lot of trees. I think they do grow back. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't lived long enough to tell. I'll just disassemble the carriage, get a little bit of wood from that. Yeah, I can't wait for the dormitory to be built. Then all the dwarves will be more or less central in the fortress. Oh, that's cool. So it has some dumbbell cups and some pigtails in there. Okay, that's cool. Should be done. Almost done. This is taking forever. Okay, let's set up a work order for them to start constructing beds. So let's say beds. I want always want at least 10 beds. I don't really want to do more because I don't really have storage space for all the beds. Not awesome, but that's what we'll have to do. Okay, we'll always have 10 beds. What else do we need? I'd like to have 10 doors as well, because in the future, not now, in the future, I really would like the dwarves to have their own rooms. What else? What else? What else? Do I go all in? What do you guys think? Should I make awesome bedrooms in the start of the game? I think I will. Let's do this. What else? Bookshelves. Oh, this is the other tab. Didn't I now do that in the work orders tab? Yeah, okay. I want to make a bookcase for each of the dwarves. I would like to make a cabinet for all of the dwarves. I'd like to add some sort of chest or coffer, as they are called when they are made of stone. Coffer. Oh yeah. Tables. I'd like to make tables. I'd like to make chairs as well. So this is gonna take a whole lot of time. Oh, thrones, sorry. Thrones. Okay, we'll set up the thrones. What else? Okay, there are two more things. The other one is a armor stand. Oh, this annoys me. Armor stand. Now we don't have enough stone to do this now, but eventually we'll have enough stone to like do all of these tasks. Armor stand. The other one is a weapon rack. Okay. Now I don't care too much if they don't finish these tasks now. I think the beds are the most important parts. I can see we already have a few beds. We can just place them. Yeah, this is almost done. Keep placing buildings after placement. Use closest material. Like, you don't have to add spaces in between, but I just personally like doing that. And with the way this turned out, we can add like a chest on the right hand side of each bed. Not that I think dormitories actually benefit from this. But it is what it is. Add a dormitory, that's cool. Now I actually would like the inn to be done first, before the dining hall. I'm also going to set the dining hall to only allow people from this fortress. I don't really want outsiders, at least in the beginning. Okay, there are a few unhappy dwarves. What do they need? Oh, we have we had a migrant, or yeah, migrants. Unfortunately, they brought along a child. What else do we need? Lantern. I can say everyone can do this, but this guy is a planter. 5 miners might be a bit excessive. I don't even think we have enough pickaxes for that, but we'll see. Take this guy off. Add this guy as a woodcutter with hunters. There aren't any professional hunters, not yet anyway. Planters, or plant gatherers, sorry. Okay, that should be okay. Okay, so unfortunately we do not have enough beds currently. Let's just set this to repeat. Oh no, it should be repeat, yeah. Okay, we really need to get that tavern going. The dwarves are becoming quite unhappy. Let's set the tables and the chairs to be constructed first. This way we can just add those to the tavern. Oh, they're really slow. However, they will get faster with time. Third. Okay, so the next thing they would want... let's see, what do they want? Some place to pray, I think. So let's do this. And this. Make it quite kind of uniform at least. A small place to pray. Okay, so the tavern is done. So to do this, we just add a meeting area over here, the same as we did up top. But then we click on this button, we set this as a inn or tavern. And now when you click on this, we can set a tavern keeper. I'm just going to use the expedition leader, that's fine. And instead of allow visitors of all visitors welcome, I'm going to click on this, citizens and long-term residents only. That's really important. Desired goblets. I'd like to do 25. 25 goblets seems fine. I should have actually started with an instrument now that I think of it. Oh well. Okay, now what do taverns need? Taverns need some place to store alcohol. So I'm going to make a 4 long storage. I'm going to say I want you to accept plant drinks. But instead of gathering, instead of like always like what would I say, people just bringing it over here, I want to click on this button over here. Now if I click on this, it says take from a different stockpile. So say done. Now this the stockpile in the tavern, this one over here, will always be full if there is alcohol. This will be like the primary storage up top for all alcohol will be here, but as soon as it runs low, people will run down and deliver alcohol to the tavern, as you can see. The next thing they do need, I don't think we have a coffer, but let's just see. Furniture and a chest. So the coffer will be used for people to store all their all the goblets for them to drink out of, which is quite important. The next thing I want, which I can't really use right now, I'm going to make a 4x4. I'm going to set this to finished goods. Is it toys? Is it finished goods? Am I missing it? Toy. Oh, type toy. Yeah. So any toy made of clay, just do this. Darn it. What am I doing wrong? Oh yeah, toys. So only allow toys. Any toy made, this is how I understand it anyway. Any toy made of stone or clay or metal, gems or other materials, any quality, any color, any dye. That should be fine. Now this will allow us to add toys over here. Now the reason I do this is I want kids to play over here. Next thing we do is add a few chairs. Only 2. Should be fine for now. Add 2 chairs. Now this is a start. This isn't awesome, but it is a start. Now this, yeah, it has 2 mugs currently. So we can up the production, but we need more stone. Okay. Now let's do 4. And to 5, we'll say go down. My favorite layers are, to dig down is into jet, because jet is like a really dark rock. I really like the look of it. Crafting, let's set up some mug production. Rock mugs, always have 10 rock mugs. Thank you. Make 2 mechanisms in the beginning. I just like doing that. Let's say, I don't think we have any gems, but let's just cut gems if we have them. Because I'm gonna set someone to work here permanently. I don't. You know what? Actually, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna do this. But they're all marked as weird. That's pretty odd. You know what it could be? It could be that there's no place to store the stone. So let's just make a quick storage for the stone. Let's do this. Eventually I'll not get rid, but I'm not really going to make use of all these up top, so I don't really mind it being that ugly. Let's do this. I want this done first. And if there's anyone here that plays Dwarf Fortress and wants to give me a tip, you can leave it in the comment section or chat. I'll read it and I'll get better, I hope. Also, feel free to tell me about the video and audio quality. I'm always like a little bit hesitant on what settings to change. So if this works, I'm going to keep it like this. 1 second, I'm going to get something to drink. Luckily, I have a fridge right next to my setup. Okay, cool. So it is built. I'm gonna set this to a stockpile for stone. Do I want ores in here? Yeah, so ores should be fine. I'm gonna disallow. Do I have stone in here? No stone. Okay, that's great. Now what we can do, let's see if we can train some pets. We might not have too much going on. Let's see. Oh, did they bring any animals? A horse, a kitten. We should have gotten cats. Now that I think of it, we should have gotten cats like for the vermin. That's quite unfortunate that I didn't think of that. Okay, let's go to the pets and livestock tab. So for now, I'm not going to train these dogs. I just want them to breed a bit. I can't remember if you train them. I know the sprite changes, but I don't know what the interaction would be with the breeding mechanics. Not 100% sure. But you know what I can do? I'm gonna build a nest box. Now, the nest box, I don't know if it's in the crafter station. Nest box. Nest box. I'm gonna get 2 of those. And I'm also gonna allow more wheelbarrows in here. 4 should be okay. And I'm building 4 of those. Hey Sean, you still watching? What do you think of the game so far? So I see the this was probably the issue, that they had to go down the entire time to grab stone, and that's why production of tables and thrones took so long. Okay, now I did add the tables over here for the tavern. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add another zone. I'm going to add a dining hall over here. Just accept. Now the dining hall, to my knowledge, the dining hall doesn't need too much. I think it just needs chairs, and it's like look quite nice. Sorry. For this up here, I'm just gonna add another meeting area. Let's accept. I'm gonna turn this into a. You know what? No, I'm gonna change that a bit. Gonna add a meeting area over here. Mess that up again. Like this. Gonna set this to a temple for no specific deity. And I'm not really sure why these are like different colors. Someone in the comments, please help me. Just tell me what that is, what that's all about. Okay, then in the stone crafter yet again, quite important. I'm gonna select, I think it's an altar. Altar. Yeah, just make those 2 like priority. I only need 2 of them, so getting those done first isn't too important. Okay, so we do have a few gems, which is quite nice. I'm gonna like set up another stockpile right over here. Now this stockpile is going to be mainly just for gems. I'm going to view this. I'm going to disable all gems. Can add. Can I? Why can't I do that? Oh, maybe they're all already cut. That's fine. I'll paint the zone again later. I'm just going to set this to gems for now. Let's see how this is coming along. Okay, I'm going to add a table to the dining hall. Now, I don't want the dining hall to be like too large, because I don't think I'm going to make it look too nice, at least in the beginning. Do I have an offering place yet? Okay, later I'll make another offering place. Okay, so the reason I did this is then I can add smaller zones in between, like this, for specific deities. And I think there are a few people that are quite unhappy. Why are you unhappy? Okay, you don't have a job. Okay, so let's do something. Let's do this. We get them if you don't have anything to do. So priority 7. I want you to just smooth this. So that should get them to calm down at least a bit. Oh, the mason. You know what? I can set that guy to be the stone. What does a mason do? Do they just cut rocks? I'll set the mason to do this. The other guy... Okay, yeah, so they do really want to pray. Sleep deprived. That's quite strange because I think they do have beds. Maybe he doesn't like have access to the bed, I'm not really sure. I'm not super happy with where we are currently. I'm scared the caravan's gonna come soon, and I don't really have anything to sell. I don't really think I can spare anyone to like start creating stuff. Let's see if we can dig down like 3 more layers. Let's make this a higher priority. Uh-huh. So what's this? Oh, jade cluster. Okay, so we do have something. Let's mine this. They'll get to that soon enough. Yeah, let's make a separate storage because I see that one's getting quite full. Specifically for furniture. What am I doing incorrectly? Okay, auto. Okay. We have some jade, that's cool. Let's set someone to cut that. Continuously cut the gems if you have the opportunity to do so. Alright, let's go down. This looks quite odd, so let's just do a 5 by 5, maybe a 6. So a lot of people don't like doing everything like symmetrically, but I do understand, but I'm not like that. I like everything to be like copy paste of each other. Just do this then. Why are you so mad? Unmet need to drink alcohol, but aren't there like... Isn't there alcohol? Yeah, this place does have drinks. This is a tavern, which he is allowed to go to. Where is he? Maybe he's like somewhere that's not accessible. Zoom in. What's up with him? Can he not enter the... Well, that's really weird. I'm gonna set him to go to the planter. Maybe he does that now. Please go to the planter. Okay, I'm pretty sure that dwarf is going to die, unfortunately. I'm not really sure what's happening because in my opinion there should be enough. There should be drink and they should be able to go drink. These people are actually eating, I think. Strange. I'm gonna add a few more tables. You know what? Add the chair over there. Let's do this. Yeah, maybe I expanded a little too early because this normally does happen to me. I get like too invested in what the people would want, so I build too fast. And I think that's maybe what's happened here. That sucks. We don't really have much to sell, unfortunately. Yeah, here they come. Oh, that's unfortunate. I haven't even built a trading depot. Damn. I suppose I can put it over there. I think it's a 5x5. Let's make this priority. How can you not go through here? Is there some sort of like pathing issue? What's up? No job, Mason. He should have a job. I have no idea why he doesn't go do that. Just a random axe on the ground. Oh, this is full. That's what I did this for. Okay. So I'm gonna put all furniture in here. And I'm gonna remove all furniture from here. Ugh. Furniture. Okay. What's this? Grasshopper remains. Okay, so no one's going to go build this, unfortunately. Okay, so I'm doing something wrong with this fortress because people aren't going where I think they should be going. Maybe it's because everything is just so deep down. Maybe that's it. But they have a place to pray, they have a place to drink. I think it's just too far. Why don't you just go drink? There's drinks over here. Thoughts? So he did receive food. Very drowsy. I'm very confused. Oh, okay, go build this, please. Go build this, please. How do I get people to go build that? Oh yeah, because they need to move stuff. Shit. Yeah, maybe everything's just too far away. Okay, let's move goods in there. I'm gonna start off with... Unfortunately, we didn't get enough gems to like make this super profitable, so I don't think the first like influx of people will be too large. Cut gems. Oh shit, yeah, no, this is not gonna be enough. That's very unfortunate. Okay, yeah, I should have probably made something like ammo, like arrows or something. I think those can be quite valuable. Yeah, I don't really have anything of note. That will have to do, unfortunately. We'll request the broker. Okay, diplomacy. The expedition leader of something something meets with the outpost liaison. Inod Upolokol. Something like that. I'm your liaison from the mountain homes. Let's discuss your situation. There is much to share. Okay, so with the next caravan, I want dingo leather, which is something like cheap. Pixel cloth is fine. Spider silk is fine. Don't want wood. I want some iron bars. I want plump helmet spawn if I somehow mess that up. Pixels, I just want all of the seeds. Anvils, I want the iron anvil at least. Do I need weapons? I think I can craft my own. Yeah, that's fine. Training, I don't need training spears. Bolts, I don't need those. Trap components, don't need that. I'll take some picks though. I can make my own armor. Toys, I want some toys. I think I can craft these, but like... I'm just gonna take a few of those. Pets, okay, so I did want a male cat and a female cat. Drinks, don't want drinks right now. Powders, no. Extract, no. Meat, no. Fish, no. Plants. Why not? Don't need stone, don't need cages. Bags. Let's do plant bags and maybe some cave spider silk bags. I don't need thread right now. Barrels. Do I need some barrels? I don't need splints, don't need crutches. Eggs, don't need them. Bags, don't... well, let's do some sheep wool bags. Let's do some rope. Don't need it, but like, why not? That should be okay. That's quite a lot. Okay, splints and battle axes. Okay, so 187% more. That kind of... what are splints worth? I don't think splints are worth all that much, but I can make a ton of those. So for the next one I can probably make enough cash. Battle axes are quite difficult to make. I think I need iron. I'm not gonna do that, I think. Okay, let's trade. Ah, this is terrible. Terrible. Okay, I'm gonna take 1 copper pick. Oh, this is abysmal. Trade. Okay, so he didn't really make too much of a profit, but that's fine. Okay, we are still 15 people. Some people are quite unhappy. This guy's gonna die. I'm like 90% sure he's gonna die or something. He doesn't really want to drink. That's okay. The thing we need most right now is a table. Few tables. So let's pause the bookcases, the weapon racks, the armor stands, the cabinets, and yeah, let's pause those 4. So do I have wheelbarrows in here? Yeah, I have 4. Okay, so we do have beds. So this should be more or less completed. So the only thing we really need is tables and thrones. We don't really have toys to put in here. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Two migrants just arrived. Ooh, legendary bone carver. Oh, that's cool. That's really nice. I'll do that. Oh, well, I'm sure that's okay. I don't really need a mechanic right now. Gem cutter. You see, he's proficient, but he isn't really doing anything right now. Unfortunately. I'm gonna just... No, I'm gonna leave it open. Fishery? Nope. Tanner? Nope. Don't think that's necessary. For the still... This guy, novice brewer. Yeah, why not? Farmer. Gelding is when you like remove the animal's ability to make children, right? I don't think I'm gonna do that. I don't need it anyway. Adequate butcher. Yeah, why not? I'll do this. This seems like a decent setup. More or less everyone has a job. Let's go to the labor screen again. So a few people don't. I need 2 blacksmiths. A leather worker. Do I have a tanner? What's the leather working thing about? Is there some sort of workshop I'm missing? Leather. Oh, I probably did not build it. It's okay. There's the leather. Now the thing about the crafts is I think I do have a bunch of bones lying around, but I don't want the so I think it is considered refuse. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do this. Now you know what? I'm gonna do this. The storage for bones can go over here. So as I understand it, what's the issue with the refuse? If you add refuse to a normal storage, it degrades the quality of the items, or not the quality, but like as I understand it, there's some sort of stat attached to each piece of equipment, like swords or armor. Like, and if there's refuse in your stockpile, that degrades a whole lot faster. Then, like in a year, your armor is like totally destroyed. Well, that's how I understand it anyway. Corpses, no refuse. All bone. All types. Let's do this. Body parts, no. Corpses, no. I think that's fine. Could be wrong. In the comment section, people, you can help me out. But now they should be able to like go get bone and shit. Bone carver, sure. Bone. What did they want again? Splints. Oh yeah, it was splints. So let's see if I can make a bunch of splints. Oh yeah, no, that was the woodworking shop. Splints, let's just set that to repeat. We have a bunch, not a bunch, we have one table and a few, two tables and a few chairs. Oh yeah, and now this isn't smooth, which sucks. Really do not like that. What's this? That should be fine. Okay, on the next level, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start making dedicated bedrooms for each of the dwarves. We have currently 17 dwarves, which is a lot, and I think we actually needed beds sooner. Is what it is though. Let's add a few tables. 6 tables, sure. 6 chairs. No. Oh yeah, you know what? I'm gonna actually set this to be part of the bar or the tavern. Reason for this, I think they can actually go get booze now, like from this container or from this over here. Then I can actually, I could remove this, but I'm not going to. I'm going to add an entrance over here. Just like for quicker access, anything like that. Smooth that. Can I not smooth this? Cool. Now, what can I do with the shells? Can I not, like, craft them into something? Shells. Okay, let's make 10 shell, what would we make? Bracelets? Crowns? Make a few gauntlets. Let's make a few helms and a few leggings. I think that's fine. Yeah, so this gets the goblets from the other one. They share the same tavern keeper. However, this tavern keeper is set to 5, so let's see if we can get a different one. Who isn't really doing anything. Darn it. Any one of the blacksmiths, okay. Let's set one of the blacksmiths. Yeah, remove that expedition leader. And we can actually set the other blacksmith. Yeah, well, he's gonna learn, I think. Ooh, legendary speaker. That's so cool. I'm gonna do that. We have a legendary speaker or poet in our dining hall slash tavern. Really, really nice. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, something we do need. Oh no, we have mugs. We do have mugs. This is exceptional quality. So what are all these symbols? They are the quality, right? So this is superior. Cool. Okay, that's really, very cool. Okay. Now they should actually be becoming more happy because I see they are inside the tavern. So maybe it's like the amount of drinks they have access to or something that doesn't really work. Maybe it just needs a higher quality, something like that. Okay, what else? Okay, so a bunch of people just became unhappy. What was that about? Let's see. Okay, prayer to specific gods. Okay, I'm not gonna do that right now. We still need a bunch of stuff to be done. I'm actually thinking of moving or creating a secondary, like a more productive layer over. Do I do it? I'm gonna do it lower down. Yeah, one lower. So this is going to be the carpenter's space, specifically for the carpenter. Let's do this. There are going to be 3 stations over here. I want wood to be stored over here. I want stuff like craft to be stored over here. I want 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's fine. I'll do that. I'll do this. I'll do this, and I'll do this. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's fine. Cool. All right. Hopefully they do this next. So I'm gonna do exactly the same thing. Let's check with this. This is by 5. This is by 21 from this point over here. 21. Something like this and something like this. Seven open spaces, then the cool. So the top one is going to be stone crafting. I'm going to start with that one because that's the one I'm struggling with the most right now. Second, I'll do the carpenter. Then I'll move down to the crafter. I'll do the same with the crafting. So this floor is going to be all about crafting. This floor is going to be all about like basic needs, prayers, taverns, that kind of thing. And then I think I'm going to be forced to make this one up top. So layer 33 above this one over here. What's this? Missing for a week. So this is probably the guy that's been sad. Yeah, this is the guy that's been sad the entire time. I knew for a fact he was going to die. He says missing for a week. But he's dead somewhere. I know it for a fact. Let's see if we can find him. There's a good chance he actually okay, now we're forced to make another decision, okay? I'm gonna create a tomb. So the tomb, I didn't want it over here. I'm gonna do it over here. Yeah, over here. Damn, okay. I didn't think I was going to be forced to make a tomb this early in the game, but it is what it is. I I want it quite a way back. Let's do this. Now the reason we make a tomb, apparently, I haven't tested this yet, you can get haunted in this game if you don't bury them correctly. What am I doing? So for now it's going to be just a simple space in the wall with a door and a coffin. So for that we're actually going to go need to make some coffins. Let's set this to 4. Set this to 1. Set this to 2. Set this to 2 as well. Okay, so that just makes them finish this part first. So I just really want to finish the crafting section first. Next I'll do storage, and what was the other one? Oh, also storage, but for the actual furniture. Okay, I remember. I'll do stone cutter here, stone cutter here, and there's going to be one over here as well. Cool. Damn. Cool. Okay, now for this one up top, I'm just going to destroy it. Let's see if I'm missing anything, or there's something I can't remember. Cabinet, armor stands. So everything for a... Yeah, just gonna take all this away. I'm gonna remove this. Yeah, it's gonna be deconstructed. That's cool. Cool with me. Gonna set someone actually good over here. And the other 2 I'm gonna leave open. Okay, reason I did this, with work orders, you aren't really forced, as I understand it, to use this tab over here. You can go down here, you can press U, you can go to work orders, you can create one, you can select the, the stoneworkers workshop, and let's create doors. Well, let's first create coffins. Let's just create 10 coffins for now. We don't need this to repeat. Next we'll need coffers. Coffins, yeah, can be used by any of the shops. Cool. Accidentally cancelled that. Okay. Coffers, I want this to repeat. 10 of these. Always make sure I have 10 of these in storage. Next I want doors. I always want 10 doors. I always want 10 cabinets. I always want 10 tables. And I always want 10 thrones. Okay, after this, 2 things not as important. I like adding them. Stoneworkers workshop, weapon rack, and the armor stand. There are a bunch more I can add, but what do I do now? Oh, I have 2 weapon racks. Shit. Armor stand. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, now 3 dwarves can craft at the same time. Let's do this first. Let's finish this section first. Ah, they died in the tavern. Probably of like starvation or something. Okay, I'm gonna need those coffins ASAP. He's probably crafting them right now. Coffin, yeah. Finish those first. Thank you. Okay. Place a door. Any door will work. Over there, and then place a coffin. Burial. Coffin over there. Has not been made. Shit. Let's try it now. Try again. Okay, there it is. Then I want to set this as a burial or tomb. Can I actually... I can't remember how this works. Do I allocate it to a dead dwarf? Oh yeah, okay, so you set it to like humans or dwarves. So that's probably what this is. Okay. I guess it automatically fills, like you can see which one it is. Yeah, I can't remember the guy's name. Unub. Can we find them over here? Unub over here. Okay. Deceased. Okay. So that's their tomb. They're probably gonna get buried over there. What a shame. Okay, one dwarf dead. Not as bad. A lot more can happen. Okay, so like I said, a goal for this fortress for me as anyway. I would really like to set up some sorts of system to catch a dragon. That's something I would really like to do. So for that, for now, I'm gonna just train some of the animals. Press U, go to pets and livestock. I want to train. What can I train? Okay, so we do have 2 puppies. I don't want these to be like people's pets yet. Eventually they will be, but not yet. Oh yeah, I wanted to place those nest boxes. I got a little sidetracked. Farming nest boxes. Let's place one over there and one over here. And as I understand it, you click forbid. Toggle the forbidden status for this item. Citizens will not use forbidden items or buildings. If a permanent building item is forbidden, citizen will not perform tasks there. Okay. I think the reason you're supposed to tick this, I could be wrong, and if I am, please correct me. If there is a male hen in the vicinity, they can go fertilize those eggs and I get to get more chickens. Okay, so I cancelled that. Let's go to the tomb. Yeah, they should be buried now. Yeah, tomb of deceased Unub. What a shame. But that happens, you know. You don't want to eat, you die. Okay, I'm getting quite slowed down at the moment. Okay, I'm gonna disallow shells. This is too much. Shells. No shells. No, thank you. I'll have to make like a separate refuse for shells. But then again, I can craft a bunch of shells shit. I could actually... Oh, you know what? Can you actually make splints out of this? No, damn, that would have been cool. Speaking of which, I need to start splint production. Okay, this can be wood storage. Wood. And this can be finished goods made out of wood, as well as furniture made out of wood. No, this is the stone storage. I keep on forgetting. Okay, no, specifically stone, or yeah, just stone. Just stone. All finished goods that are made of stone. That should work. Sorry, just taking off my shoes. It's quite hot in here. Okay. So I'm happy that people are actually crafting stuff now. That's pretty nice. Okay, so this is more or less done. I could potentially like engrave it to make them feel better, but for now that's not necessary. Okay, I wanted to go one up. Yeah, one up. I'm gonna start with the... Let's do 5. Let them finish the other stuff first. So I want quite large bedrooms. Let's do a 3x4. Like this. We are 16 dwarves. So if we do something like this. Okay. I saw a guy like I think it was like some sort of macro he sets up where you can just like copy paste these buildings. Maybe it's like some sort of add-on. But that was quite cool. I want to see if I can do something like that. That would have made this copy pasting work way easier. Oh yeah, for now, I'm gonna make 10 bedrooms. If I wanted, I could have made 20. Oh, you know what? I made this incorrectly. Let's do this. I'm gonna go, well, yeah. So what I actually want, right? Gonna take this away, gonna take this away. Alright, so what do I need? Let's try this. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks quite ugly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then on number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then on number 6. Also not gonna work. Let's do this. Let's do... Actually, no, that might work. No, not gonna work. Oh, because that's too long. Damn. I need to focus. What am I doing wrong? That's 5, then on number 6. That's 5, then on number 6. Okay, I just made it a little longer. My mistake. Okay. Five. Just making some bedrooms. Let's just see here. So the thing about the bedrooms, which I find quite annoying in the beginning, you don't have enough dwarves to make all the pieces of furniture I would like to add to a room, you know, because I like making the. A lot of people say they don't like giving the dwarves like huge homes. They just make like a wall in the hall, a hole in the wall for each of the dwarves, you know. But I think their happiness really influences the entire fortress. And for that reason, I just give them nicer places to live. Because this will be permanent, and later in the game I can just like have a beautiful fortress, you know? Cool. For now, I'm just gonna do the sides because I only need 20 bedrooms at the moment. Just 20. And the nice thing about what I just did, I now have a place to put my nobles, or my my nobles. Can make nice offices right here. Quite central as well, which is nice. Makes for an easier way to get to the trading depot up top. I'm actually gonna do this, and then I can start doing this. Then later on I can just like add digging to the hallway, and then they'll just mine out this whole section. Now the nobles don't need great offices. They don't need them. However, the entire settlement benefits from that. The reason for this, if a noble is happy, then unhappy citizens will complain to nobles, and the nobles will give him like a talking to, like some sorts of therapy session or something like that. The nobles will be happy for giving advice if they are happy, and the citizens will feel heard, which will make them happy in turn. Let's just see here. Yeah, I'm still brewing. I'd like to take this out of the why does it look like... Oh, maybe the barrel is like on top of the bags, but I could be wrong. Maybe there's like a bag inside of a barrel. It looks like it. Ugh. Yeah, it's just the seeds. I'm gonna stop this. I'm gonna do this. Seeds. Okay, and then do this. 0. Cool. I really needed to create splints, I remember now. I want to finish this section first, and then what? Do something like this and something like this. Maybe. Okay, repaint this. Yeah, and this is more of what I want. Okay. I did set this. Oh, I set this to wood. Damn. This should be stone. Sorry, guys. Stone, and then this is stone as well. This is going to be wood. And then this is going to be furniture made of wood. Sorry, that's a stupid mistake. No, what now? Oh, this is the same stockpile. Okay, I'm just going to cancel this and start over. Stone. This is going to be stone. Stone. Accept. Done. Stone. This is going to be a stockpile for furniture and finished goods made of stone. Okay. Sorry, I just needed to get like wrap my head around that. Furniture. All furniture that are made of only stone or clay. Later I'll add like a metalworking section or like some sort of other section. I don't really want to do that now. All finished goods that are, yeah, like this. Should be fine. This is wood, and this will be furniture. Okay. I'm really happy I split this up. I think they do work faster now. So we do have some things for them to wear. Oh wow, look at this. Okay, let's start cutting gems. Looks like the next caravan will be a lot more profitable. If we can get splints going, that would be amazing. Let's just do that, like start doing that. Where's the wood storage? Okay, we need to chop down some more wood. Is there a woodcutter now? I don't remember if he was the one that died. Woodcutting. 2 guys. Ooh, that should be fine. I think that should be okay. Okay, splints. Was it the splint? Wood. Oh yeah, that's woodworking, sorry. Make infinite amounts of splints. Okay. And they should be wearing these. They aren't like great quality, but they are better than nothing. So that will be the cool thing when they start getting like homes, I think, or their own houses. So this will be all furniture made of wood. No stone, no metal, only wood. So later on I'll make like a general stockpile for everything except wood and stone. But I think the main things are covered right now. None of this, only have wood, no gems, no metals, no stone. Okay. Get some crafters, carpenters. Oh, we need to add some more wheelbarrows to this one. 4. I like adding 4 to like all the stone related stuff. To me that's just nice to have. Add 4 here as well. I'll need to craft more wheelbarrows though. Okay, what do we have on work orders for the main carpenter's bench? Only beds. Okay. And we already have some splints. Okay, so we can sell these. So if we can get like some sort of bin for the time being. Let's set this up over here. Later on I'll remove this. What is a splint? Is it some sort of miscellaneous item? Splint. Okay, okay, it is a finished item or finished product. So let's set all. Okay. None. Splint. Only allows splints. I don't know if you can make a rock splint. If you can, I would have done that a long time ago because we kind of ran out of wood. Or we quite often run out of wood. Okay, let's stop this one. Stop this, disassemble this. Okay. Now we're gonna set up some work orders again. This will be for beds this time. So carpenter's bench, make beds. Always have at least 10 beds. That's cool. And another, let's say like 1,000 splints. I think that is very excessive. Maybe 100. Let's do 100 splints. Wooden splint. Let's see if we can actually make splint. Nope. How sad. Okay, yeah. Carpenter. Splint. Damn. I didn't mean to do that. Splints. Let's make like 100 splints. I doubt we have enough wood to do this, but let's just see. Okay, let's increase the size of this stockpile. Do this. I did it again. You guys need to stop me. Oh my. Cool. Oh yeah. Okay, so this one. I don't want to allow splints in. Well, should I? No, I shouldn't. Splints. I don't want splints in this. I do, however, want them in here. So for this, I'm going to increase the bins. Yeah, no, we have bins. So for this workshop, I'm going to create a work order for only for this one. For bins. Okay, I'm going to create 10 bins. Sure. Now I think the expedition leader, yeah, they need to go to the office to do this. Let's see if they're actually in the office. I assume they were. Alright. Splints. No, bins. Sorry. Yeah, I want them to complete the bins so they can like add more storage to this stockpile over here. Hopefully the price they pay us for this will be like worth it in the end. So they aren't really digging over here. Let's just tell them to go dig here first. Alright, I'm back. Okay, so I can't actually wait for them to have armor stands and stuff because this is getting quite annoying. Why aren't they moving this? All seeds should be allowed, but they aren't really moving any seeds. Maybe it's because they are all in this barrel. I'm unsure. Let's see if we have more hens, because that was kind of the point, right? No, I don't think we do. Maybe I'm just doing something wrong. I'm unsure. Okay, let's see if we can train some more dogs. Change. So when there are more dogs, I'll have at least two. I'll have 2 normal stray dogs. I'll have 2 hunting dogs and 2 war dogs. Sorry, and I'll just breed them from there. For now, let's see if we can get a little more out of the drinking or the brewing process, because they should have a bunch of. Now you see, I don't like that everything is in this barrel over here. That was kind of the point. I didn't want them to do that. Let's see if they're using the bins. No, they are not. Increase the amounts of bins, maybe. $20. Because I think the bins are going to like other places right now. Done. And then for this one, done. I want them to finish these on the left-hand side first. So much setup for so little gain. So my previous fortress was a lot faster paced than this one. By the time I had... Is this a dead horse? Is it possible to butcher a horse? Like if I go to prepare... It will probably be butcher, right? Butcher animal? Maybe? Will that now go and take a random animal and butcher it? If it does, we'll face that later. Should we move crafting there yet? I don't think so. These can stay up here. Oh, you know what I can do? I can get rid of this. I'm gonna get rid of this stockpile over here. And I'm gonna get rid of the wood stockpile as well. It's just gonna waste, it's gonna waste some time, I think. Why can't they get to these? Maybe I'm just missing something. Oh no, they are packing it. Okay, alright. Okay, I'm gonna set a task 7 for this. You know what? I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that now. It's fine. So the idea of smoothing the houses or the rooms, dwarves like nice things, so they like their walls smooth or engraved, or smooth and engraved. They like high value items inside their rooms as well. When they do, they are extremely happy, and they do a little more, although they are a little more productive, I believe, which is nice. What are you? I am happy with the amount of gems currently. Set this to 5. I don't want many bins up here. What are people unhappy about? Being caught in the rain. I don't know why he's outside. Who's this? Oh, the woodcutter. Okay, never mind. Why aren't they like cutting or like mining the rest? Isn't this like the number one priority? Okay, yeah, that's something I messed up. Sorry. So what I did there was I smoothed the wall, and that cancelled the request to mine that section of the wall. We have some gold, which is really nice. We can smelt that later on, not now though. We'll see. Okay, so that did work. The chicken thing did work. Let's just see here. I'll click on this. We have a bunch of chickens. Okay, I'm very happy. Okay, so what this means is we now have essentially, more or less, an infinite amount of food. Alright? Now, I know we did this kind of with like plump helmets, but chickens lay eggs. Eggs can be used to form more chickens or just like more eggs. Egg production, amazing. I saw someone did this like with duck, I think it was duck eggs, which works too. I want a stupid amount of chickens. Let's do this. All of the chickens, I don't really want them inside the base. Not right now. It would be cool if we had more cats though. That would have been cool. So yeah, they should be up top. I am very happy with that. Very happy indeed. Okay, and later on, I'll make some sort of pen. Like some sort of walls. Okay, something died. How do I get corpses out of here? I'd like someone to help me with this. Currently, I think the only way to do this, or the only thing that comes to mind, is I create some sort of dumping site. Garbage dump, yes. Do I have... by the way, I just want to see if I have a like some sort of gathering section. I never even set this up. Let's just gather this. Okay, set up some sort of garbage dump. Set it up over here. That probably doesn't need to be too large. And then I'll set this thing to dump. Will that work? In my mind, they will now go to that horse, pick it up, and move it to the dump. Anyone in the chat want to confirm that? Okay, let's go back down to the houses. So they're almost done with this. I'm not gonna build anything. What's this? Ruby. I'll smooth these out as well. If they have time, go smooth this. If not, go do something else. Yeah, that's what, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. That should be enough. 20 rooms. Alright. Now the next thing they can do, they can add doors. Not sure if we have enough doors though. I think we only have 10. We should probably only have like around 10. Maybe not. Okay, we had 19. Beds, we definitely have enough beds. Oh, you know what? I actually made a mistake in the previous fortress as well. I don't like putting them in the middle. It just like messes up the symmetry for me as a little bit anyway. I want some sort of way to all the rooms should be the same. I don't really want to like rotate the rooms, you know. Let's do something like this. Yeah, I think that will work nicely. And what I actually should have done then is like rotate these rooms. I can actually still do that. I don't really want to. I don't really want to make this like too much of a checkers board. Just like squares everywhere. We can make this look like a little bit more nice. A little bit. I'm not like gonna go in depth and like create circles for everything, but we can do something nice. Something we can do as well. We don't have enough beds yet. Add some tables. So I personally like putting a table over here. Okay, we don't have enough tables. Then putting a chair over here. All right. What would I like to do next? Let's add. Do I add a chest? Yes, chest. Chest below the bed. Okay. And after that, what do we add? Cupboards? Cupboards? Do we add cupboards? Or do we add the weapon rack? Yeah, let's add the weapon rack next. Where did I add this? I can't tell where I just put that. What am I clicking on, guys? Yeah, the intention is to put it over here. Alright. Next, I'll add a armor stand over here. The dwarves are becoming extremely unhappy. Let's just see what that's all about. So I think in general, they just want to be a little happier. I think the rooms will do that. Why aren't they creating more beds? I'm doing something wrong, I think. So I'm just going to do this. All furniture, all this, all this, all this. I'm fine with having multiple of these. Doesn't really bother me too much. Not yet, anyway. After the stream, I'll just go do a little bit more research to see how that's done. Maybe I'm just missing something. Repaint. Cool. I really want more bins over here because I really want more like splints. We'll see what that's all about. Rock mugs. Oh yeah, I said they did move some of the splints. But then I don't really want any finished goods in here now, do I? So why do I make this then? Any suggestions? I could make this like for all the finished goods made out of shells. Could that work? Yeah, let's do this. None except for shells, and then click this, click this, click this. Theoretically, they will start moving everything down and moving everything to do with shells up. This is a type of refuse. I'll keep it like this for now. We do have a shit ton of jewels, so let's start cutting. We need some more drink though. I think for this we'll need... Who's fighting? Has gone mad. Created a masterpiece, huh? So I assume this is the masterpiece, yeah. Okay, that's cool. But they aren't too valuable, I see. Like even masterpiece like gear. Did a dog die? No. Okay, no, so... oh, shit, man. That sucks. So if I go here, will that like show one less dog? Oh, no, man. That's terrible. Shit. I'm gonna then train them to be like war dogs, at least for the beginning. I don't really want to have anything like that happen again. Let's just say war dog. When these grow up, they'll lay a bunch of eggs, which will be cool. Shit, that's terrible. I still can't get over that. That's so annoying. Oh yeah, I wanted to add cupboards. So we can add the cupboards directly below the chests. I think that would look fine. And these actually still do need chests. Okay. Chests. Wow. That I just caught a fright. That was terrible. What happened now? Was that like a baby being born? What's now? Oh, that was the guy that died. Okay, now I know. Okay. Ruby, Mason has been missing for a week. That's the guy that died. Winter. Okay, so there's someone. Oh, that's the baby. That's probably a baby that was born. Okay. Gave birth to bunnies. And Keeper has given birth to a girl. That's really cool. Dwarven baby. Strong. Strong like ox. Okay. Papa. She was amused after watching a performance. Well, she should be amused because that guy was a legendary speaker, I believe. Can I add another miner over here, just like a musician or something? We do need to add some instruments, I think. We still have enough rooms for everyone, so that's cool. Let's see if we can add some tables. So the one issue I have with growing too fast is I don't have enough like furniture to decorate all the rooms equally, and then I get kind of confused about what needs to be built. And I don't really like doing things like halfway, not really. But I build what I can, I suppose. Don't have an armor stand. Okay, I think that's all I can build actually. For now, that's fine. Where's the dwarf that crafts carpenter over here? Do we have another carpenter? Stone carver. Let's see if we can put the stone carver over here. Someone that's not doing anything right now. Sure. I like to at least have one that doesn't have like a designated worker. That way, if there's some sort of way to if someone doesn't do any work, they have the opportunity to go do something over there. What did I want to do? Oh yeah. If we add a few more altars, right? Yeah, if we add 10 more altars. Altars. Move that to the top. Okay, now let's set these to be the bedrooms. 16. That's fine. They should automatically be a lot more happy now. Okay. Afraid after experiencing some trauma, bored after lack of abstract thinking. I don't think... I don't really understand why they are so unhappy. Please, guys, I need some pointers. Okay, this guy and this guy need something to do. Okay. If there's nothing to do, go carve or do something. Is the... Okay, let's just give this guy a better office. I think that's well needed, well deserved. Oh, they laid more in... No, they didn't. Okay, never mind. Okay, so I think a dog did grow up, so let's see if we can get those to breed. Or if it would be possible for them to breed. Dogs, dogs, dogs. Where are the dogs? Did the other one die as well? It can't be. Okay, we have 2 stray pups. We can set them as pets. I think they should be a little safer when they're inside. And I know they're inside most of the time, but still. Oh, this is a little bit infuriating. I don't really know what like to keep the dwarves happy. I'm not really sure what to do. Like this guy over here, let's go to the guy up top, right? Eats a good meal. Okay, so let's see if I can do this. Butcher. We have a bunch of meat. So if I go to, was it the kitchen? And say prepare a lavish meal. Right? I set that as very important. They should go do that now. Will they not like have food to do that? Red Spanish leaf roast. Quite strange. How do I... Now you see, is this now forbidden? Or is... Oh no, this is dump. But they're supposed to take it to the dump then, isn't it? So maybe it's like some sort of setting under... Where would it be? Hauling. Workers gather animals. Refuse and dumping. Workers gather refuse. Cool. Workers ignore outdoor refuse. Dump corpses. Dump skulls. Save bones. Save shells. Save skin. I think that's that. I think that was the issue. Oh, but now this is starting to make me asthma. Take this away, please. Oh yeah, there wasn't there like some sort of... I was just an adequate worker. Okay, never mind. Still no beds, eh? Wood. Do I still need more wood? Oh. Go down a layer, go down a layer. Go down. Got this, got this, got this, got this. Ooh, no, 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 no. I did not want to do that. So, as I understand it, when you cut down a tree above one of these, it's going to leave a hole. So let's see if I can go down a little bit more. Or like at least to the side. Yeah, this should be fine. Okay. Okay, soon the chicken should be like a little bit older and I'll be able to like slaughter more of them. Like I can keep a few and all the rest I can just slaughter. Oh, keep this. Pasteurized. Okay, so pigs should be able to start like mating now. Oh, they are, so they made that one. Okay, that's really interesting. Cool, 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 cool. But they do need a bunch more wood. I'm just gonna give them some more mining jobs to do. I'm not sure what the priorities are for them currently. What will this be? I think I'll make this like burial and some sort of like religious place. I don't really want to do too much over here. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do over here. Let's see if we can go a little deeper. If we can hit that aquifer, it would be really cool. Go down way, 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 way down. Okay, let's hope we hit that aquifer. I mean, if we hit the cave, that would also not be too bad. Okay, so I think I'm gonna cut the stream here. I think we've been on for quite a while. Let's see. Almost 3 hours now. That should be good. So the next stream I'll do, maybe later tonight. We'll see. Yeah, maybe later tonight, I'll see. I'm gonna watch some Stranger Things. I haven't seen the last 2 episodes, but I hear it's quite shit. Also gonna watch a few videos on how to get these dwarves to be a little more happy. I'm quite frustrated at the moment. In my mind, they should be fine, you know? Also, we haven't hit the cavern layer yet. And we also haven't, like, gotten anything... Oh, you know what? Sorry. The reason the wood is gone is because all of the splints we made. That's, like, 100% where all of it's gone. I'm just gonna cancel that. We aren't using that for anything right now. Splint, 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 splint. The issue is I don't really love the bins all too much. In my experience, when it's quite hard for the like even this, I don't want bins over here. Like one bin is probably fine. It's quite hard to do anything when they are in bins. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna cut the stream here. I'm gonna save this world. Save, return to title. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop a comment. I'd love to hear from you guys. I'm gonna stream a little bit more often, I think. I'm also gonna do like a few other streams, like Kenshi. I don't know if you guys have played Kenshi. It's kind of similar to this in many ways. In many ways, it isn't. Yeah, tell me what you think of that. And yeah, see you guys later. Let me just